when we're talking about insurance, and this is something I hadn't thought of, if you do have an insurance claim, you're an unoccupied home, but if you have it under home watch and the home watch company gives a report, like let's say Mary Jo has a water heater, I'm just using an example here, that broke. And you come in 10 days after it broke and you realize that it's broken. So you completely document the situation. That can go a long way if Mary Jo decides to make a claim with her homeowner's insurance. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah, so one of the things, and everyone has to check their insurance policy to see what the requirement is. But an unoccupied home can be between 30 and 60 days. Some insurance policies I've seen even have 14 days. So our frequency for our visits to our client's home is predicated on that. Normally it's every 10 days, 3 times per month when they're away. This is an important part. So each visit we perform a complete walkthrough. We turn the water on, we flush everything, we take pictures, we're GPS tracked. Our reporting system is very professional and recognized to be complete by everyone in authority. So that is important. If something were to be found, that hot water heater were to leak between day one when we were there and the hot water heater wasn't leaking, and then it started to leak between the 10-day period, we'd go back 10 days and find that leak and report it. That now can be used by our client to submit to their insurance company that they've had a professional, trained, certified, bonded, licensed, not licensed because a license is not required for home watch, but they show that report to their insurance company, and that will substantiate that someone was there looking at their home. Very important. Without that, the insurance company is going to say, hey, it was unoccupied. And they're going to deny the claim. And insurance companies are in business to try to deny claims because, especially in Southwest Florida, they're getting bombarded with costs. So home watch is very critical to our clients and to being covered under their insurance. But again, they must check that on their policies. They could always call EOI or call Amanda and she'll find out, give them some more information on how to go about checking with their insurance company. But it always works to have a home watch company look after your home. There's other things that take place. There's squatters, okay? There's possibility for mold. There's packages that get delivered and left on the front pack on the door that show that the home's unoccupied. These are all things that are critical. But most importantly, we're talking about insurance requirements today. I think it's just so important that you have a professional home watch company looking after your home. And it's important that they provide a report to verify, and our reports do that. And there's many other companies that do it.
Absolutely. So if you have a neighbor watching your home, let's say, and there was to, be a hot water heater leak or something along those lines, like an AC went out, and you had to make an insurance claim, they wouldn't really, the neighbors report like, hey, I went and checked the house 5 days ago and I saw there's a leak. I mean, that's not really going to get you very far in an unoccupied house with an insurance company, is it?
No, it's not. Because, the insurance company, again, is going to say, does the neighbor have any experience? Have they been trained in home watch? We're certified home watch reporters. That goes a long way to demonstrate that we've been qualified in this field. We're also a registered company. We also provided a report. That neighbor is going to just do it as a friend. And she or he is going to call the client, their friends, let's say, their house. She's going to call there and say, hey, the hot water heater leaked. And they're going to go, oh my God, let's call the plumber. So they call the plumber comes over and goes, hey, bad news. The water went behind the walls and you've got some mold issues that are taking place. And these are things that just keep exasperating the problem. Now, the homeowner does call the insurance company because they want to get reimbursed for these costs. The insurance company is going to say, okay, who did you have? Was anybody there? No, we were away, but our neighbor watched the house. She's perfect. She knows how to walk, she knows our house. Great. Is she a home watch company? No, she's not really not, but she's a good friend. Oh, well, does she have a report? Does she have any pictures? Can she verify when she was there?
Mhm.
Well, no, she doesn't do any of that.
Mhm.
And that's where the insurance company really starts to look back and say, guys, we're not going to cover this claim.
Mhm.
It's an unoccupied home.
Mhm.
This little problem turned into a bigger one because you had an inexperienced friend looking at it.
Mhm.
And now you want us to pay for this,
Mhm.
and your policy does not cover that.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's the way it happens, and then it turns into losing a friend,
Mhm.
and it turns into bad mouthing and bickering, and
Mhm.
we don't want that. We
No,
want a nice, peaceful, happy Naples. So
absolutely.
so
Nice.
use a professional home watch
Stay friends
company
with your neighbors. That's a good
for
idea.
sure.